Karl Marx's concept of class struggle. Karl Marx's concept of class struggle is one of the most influential ideas in sociology, economics, and political science. It might sound complicated at first, but it is really about understanding how societies have always been divided into groups based on wealth and power, and how these divisions shape our lives. Marx argued that history is not just a series of random events, but is driven by the struggles between these different groups, or classes. Imagine a society where people are divided into two broad categories: those who own things like factories, land, or businesses, and those who work for them. Marx called the first group the bourgeoisie, or the ruling class. These are the people who control resources and wealth. The second group he called the proletariat, or the working class. These are the people who sell their labor, like workers in a factory or employees in a company, to earn a living. According to Marx, the bourgeoisie and the proletariat have conflicting interests. The bourgeoisie wants to make as much profit as possible. To do this, they try to keep wages low and make workers work harder and longer. On the other hand, the proletariat wants better wages, shorter working hours, and improved working conditions. This conflict of interests is what Marx referred to as class struggle. Marx believed that this struggle between the bourgeoisie and the proletariat is not unique to modern capitalist societies. He argued that every society in history has been shaped by similar struggles between different classes. For example, in ancient times, the struggle was between masters and slaves. In the feudal era, it was between lords and peasants. In each case, one group exploited the other, and over time, this exploitation led to major changes in society. In a capitalist society, Marx explained that the class struggle is particularly intense because the system is designed to prioritize profit over people. For example, factory owners might replace workers with machines to cut costs, even though this leaves workers unemployed. Or they might move their factories to countries where wages are lower, leaving entire communities without jobs. These decisions make life harder for the working class while increasing the wealth of the ruling class. Marx also introduced the idea of alienation to explain how the working class experiences life under capitalism. Workers often feel disconnected from the work they do because they have little control over it. Imagine working on an assembly line where you do the same repetitive task all day. You are just a small part of a big process, and the product you help create is not yours, it belongs to the company. This makes the work feel meaningless and leaves workers feeling powerless. Marx believed that class struggle would eventually lead to a major change in society. He predicted that the working class would become increasingly aware of their exploitation and unite to challenge the ruling class. This is what Marx called class consciousness. Once workers understand their shared struggles, he argued, they would organize and fight for a system that prioritizes equality and fairness. Marx envisioned a revolution where the working class would overthrow the bourgeoisie and take control of resources and production. In this new system, which he called socialism, wealth and resources would be distributed more equally. Over time, Marx believed that socialism would evolve into communism, a classless society where everyone works together for the common good, and there is no exploitation. Of course, Marx's ideas have sparked a lot of debate over the years. Some people agree with his analysis of capitalism and class struggle, while others think his predictions about revolution and communism are unrealistic. Regardless of whether you agree with Marx or not, it is hard to deny that his ideas have had a huge impact. His work has inspired political movements, revolutions, and countless debates about how societies should be organized. So, why does this matter to us today? Even though Marx wrote his theories in the 19th century, many of his ideas still resonate. We still see a gap between the rich and the poor, and workers still struggle for fair wages and decent working conditions. Understanding class struggle can help us make sense of these issues and think about how we can create a fairer society. Thank you for taking the time to learn about Karl Marx's concept of class struggle. If you found this explanation helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Your support helps us continue creating educational videos for everyone.